To understand where Jade Cargill is, we have to understand where she works. The first thing, she works for the WWE. Previously, she used to work for AEW, but before that, she was not in the professional wrestling business whatsoever. Jade Cargill first learned and honed her craft in AEW. Now, that's not to say anything is wrong with that, but it is to point out a very important fact, is that WWE works in a very specific way. In my time in the professional wrestling business, it was explained to me multiple times that in WWE, they have a specific way of doing everything. And that means getting up off the mat in a certain way, taking a suplex in a certain way. And obviously, there are right and wrong ways to do things, but from what I understand, they micromanage what everyone does because they need uniformity across the board, which makes perfect sense to me because you're not necessarily wrestling the same person every night. So to have a baseline of styles that connect, perfect. That allows me to do more with more people. Now back to Jade Cargill. She has not learned that WWE style. It's just probably not something that was taught to her when she was wrestling. So basically, you're taking someone who has had a pretty decent run on television before, and you have to teach them this new style of WWE wrestling. And that's not to say one is right and one is wrong. It's just what's probably going on right now. So those tweets that Triple H said, or was it tweets or press conference, either way, when Triple H said that she's not where we need her to be, it's not to say she doesn't have talent. It's just they need her to wrestle in a specific way. Jade Cargill has the best thing you can have, and that's the look. You can teach anyone how to professionally wrestle. Not everyone's going to have that look. She looks like a star. She looks like $1 million. She's going to draw eyes to your product. And that's the main reason WWE went to go get her. And for those pontificating of when we'll probably see her, I imagine it's going to be the Battle Royal at the Royal Rumble, because in the Battle Royal, it's not a one-on-one match. You can have a few spots. You can go in there and trade some forearms with the brothers, or I guess in this case, the girls, the sisters, whatever you want to say. You can do that. And you won't be exposed as being a bad wrestler, which she's not. I want to put that in there. She's not a bad wrestler. She's a new wrestler. And you can be great at wrestling at the beginning. You can be not so great at wrestling at the beginning. I think she's somewhere in the middle. She's much better than I ever would be in the ring. So I don't think there's a real excuse to go out there and say, oh, Jade Cargill is not being booked. WWE didn't know what to do with her. Blah, 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 blah. Give her time. That's all I'm saying. Is in the professional wrestling business, there's a lot of people working there. It's not one person making all the decisions for everything. You have to consider that there are long-term storytelling and long-term ideas that need to be fully flushed out. And I, for one, am glad that they're not pushing Jade out and throwing her, quote-unquote, to the wolves and maybe not looking great on television. You have to protect your investment, and Jade is an amazing investment. And here's just my 2 cents on the matter of where Jade's going to end up. I think it's anywhere except NXT. And now I know she's needed to learn how to wrestle. NXT is developmental. She may be there for a bit, and that would make sense. But when you have somebody who's as much money as Jade Cargill cost, looks, and is, you need to put her on your flagship program. She's going to draw new eyes to the product. You put Jade Cargill on a freaking billboard, people are going to look. Also, did anyone just now put together that her name is Jade and Jade is also the color of money? I don't know. Maybe that's just a thing up in my old brain kicking around. Anyways, is that her real name? Somebody let me know. Is that Jade Cargill's shoot name? Is that her shoot name? Anyways, that's just to say Jade's going to be a star when she debuts. In my mind, I'd put money on it. She is money. So let me know in the comments what you think. Where's Jade going to end up? What are your 2 cents on this matter? Do you think that she's going to be making her debut at the Royal Rumble? Let me know in the comments. Remember, as always, pro wrestling is scripted. Your life isn't. Go do something great today.